Hey there, I'm the MadCatster. Am I glad to see you here? Well, Balenciaga, whether you believe that they are Lucifer worshippers or that they are the purveyors of CP, there's one thing that's clear. They are apparently waving the white flag and withdrawing their lawsuit, trying to place blame on a third party for their failed and absolutely distasteful ad campaign. I've got the receipts and the details, so buckle up and let's go. So I'm here with Sybil the Enforcer, and yes, I'm still not shaved, and yes, I still look exhausted. It's because my hot water heater is finally getting replaced this afternoon. And again, thank you to my hero Sybil for alerting me to that potentially disastrous flood in the basement. But anyway, she says, please like and subscribe. She's making her list and checking it twice. Don't get on the naughty list. Make sure you subscribe and like. We'd appreciate it. So Balenciaga, you probably remember last week, big controversy that blew up over their extremely inappropriate ads involving children and S&M teddy bears. And the juxtaposition of the two together in one ad was very unsettling to most people. I still ask, who wants an S&M teddy bear, even if you're an adult? But anyways, chacun a son goût, as they say in French, to each his own. Of course, it sparked a lot of backlash. Unfortunately, not as much as you would have hoped, because celebrities such as Kim Kardashian, although she did come out initially and she made statements against the ad campaign because we know she has a relationship with them. So Kim Kardashian had come out on Twitter and she said that she had been quiet for the past few days, not because she hadn't been shocked and outraged by the recent Balenciaga campaigns, but because she wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for herself how this could have happened. Okay. And she says, as a mother of four, I've been shaken by the disturbing images. The safety of children must be held with the highest regard, and any attempts to normalize child of any kind should have no place in our society, period. Which is this kind of statement you would expect to see, although it wasn't as quick as a lot of people would have liked. But then, after they put out their apology, Kim went on to say that she was satisfied with the explanation and that it wouldn't happen again. So basically, she was making a statement to make sure that she placated her supporters who were unhappy with the situation. I'm sure she did have some genuine outrage, but you know, economic relationships are very persuasive things. And we noticed that other celebrities who have relationships with Balenciaga did not come out and condemn them strongly either or sever their relationships. And then there were people like Rich Lux who went on and made videos showing them destroying their Balenciaga hourglass bags. And so there was kind of a mixed, I would say, reaction to all of this. Well, Balenciaga, of course, tried to blame the people who designed the campaign and the people who were there putting the sets together and saying that these were unapproved items that had been put into these ad campaigns. And we all know that in reality, ad campaigns have to go through a bunch of different approval levels. So you've got the people working on the campaign. The creative person said that the Balenciaga people were there for the whole thing. And then you've got, you know, levels of management that have to sign off on these campaigns. So somebody dropped the ball, but trying to blame it on a third party is certainly not the answer to this. So Balenciaga apparently has decided to capitulate and withdraw the lawsuit. And I'm going to show you what they had to say in just a second, because I'm sure they realize it's not a winner, and trying to assign blame to a third party to absolve yourself is not a good PR strategy, for sure. So here's the document that they filed with the court to withdraw the lawsuit. So you can see here, it says notice of discontinuance, which is basically a dismissal. It says, please take notice that pursuant to Rule 3217A1 of the New York Civil Practice and Rules, plaintiffs hereby voluntarily discontinue the within action filed on November 25th without prejudice and without costs, attorney's fees, interest, or disbursements to either party as against the other. So in other words, they're dismissing it without prejudice, which means they could bring it again at some point in the future, but they're dismissing it and nobody gets anything. So they don't even get any of their attorney's fees covered because clearly there's no judgment in this case. So it's a voluntary dismissal, what we call a voluntary dismissal. So in order to rationalize this, I guess, This is what Balenciaga put out as a statement on Instagram. Balenciaga says, okay, Balenciaga takes the following actions with the objective to learn from our mistakes as an organization. New control instances. Our current process for content validation has failed. Really? And we recognize the need to do better. On the internal side, we nominate with immediate effect an image board responsible for evaluating the nature of our content from concept to final assets, including legal, sustainability, and diversity expertise. Well, you would have thought that the management reviewing this campaign would have been able to pick up on the inappropriateness of these images without needing a separate board to decide this. So it just seems like a layer of bureaucracy being added just to make it appear good. So I don't know. But then they go on to say, on the external side, we have appointed a best-in-class agency to assess and evaluate our content. So now they're going to have a third party on the outside who's best in class, who's going to evaluate their content before it gets released to the public. I mean, these are all good things, don't get me wrong, but it just seems like a lot of this is just to basically save face, in my opinion. And then they say, we have reorganized our image department to ensure full alignment with our corporate guidelines. Well, that's a lot of corporate speak for they've probably fired somebody whose job it was to oversee these campaigns and to make sure that they were appropriate, is my guess. So they've reorganized. Then they say lawsuit. Balenciaga has decided not to pursue litigation. Wisely, in my opinion, because honestly, I don't think it was a winner, because it was more like a scapegoat type of thing rather than a genuine legal issue, in my opinion. And learn and contribute. We want to learn, help, and contribute to protect children. We are starting trainings on responsible communication across our teams. Together with my team, we will go on listening tour to engage with advocacy groups who aim to protect children. So I guess they're going to do some kind of outreach and meet with people who will explain to them why it's inappropriate to have S&M teddy bears and children in the same photo. I just thought that was common sense, but okay. Donation. We have set aside a significant fund for grants to organizations so that we can help make a difference in protecting children. You know, I mean, it's a good thing again, but, you know, I'm a little cynical. He says, I want to personally reiterate my sincere apologies for the offense caused and take my responsibility. At Balenciaga, we stand together for children's safety and do not tolerate any kind of violence and hatred message. Cedric Charby, President and CEO. So there you go. So I think the board of Balenciaga probably said, this lawsuit doesn't make us look any better because we're trying to blame somebody else for our mistakes. They put on their big people pants and decided to take ownership of this, to put some controls in place, to do some image polishing by creating and doing certain things that I just read. And, you know, I mean, I'm glad that they're taking responsibility. I'm glad they dismissed the lawsuit because I really didn't think it made them look any better, honestly. And I did not, in my opinion, think that they had any chance of winning it, because placing blame on somebody else to try to absolve yourself is never a good idea and is not legal grounds for getting somebody to pay you lots of money, which I don't know how that corrected the situation to begin with. I think they just wanted to say, we're suing them because it's their fault. So going forward, I don't know. We'll keep an eye on them and see what happens. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Do you think that they are doing the right thing? Do you think that this has permanently tarnished them? I'd like to know what you think. I want to also say, I hope you guys are having a great holiday season. I've got another video coming out tonight and another one tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. So that's the current situation. You know, I'll talk about Lucifer aside. Balenciaga has stepped up at this point, and they're taking 100% ownership of the mistakes that were made with that ad campaign. Hopefully this is the last controversy from them for a while, but you know, they are known for their iconoclast kind of advertising and fashion shows, etc. So apparently this resolves the current situation. I don't know if they're going to be able to get their image 100% back to where it was, at least not in the immediate future, because I think it's left a bad taste in people's mouths. But they are trying to do the right thing. They are taking responsibility, which in my book is the #1 priority. But again, tell me what you think. I hope you guys are having a great holiday season. Sybil and I want to wish you and your families all the best. We want to thank all of our sponsors, our Patreon patrons. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All of our channel members, all of your contributions are very much appreciated. And we thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you to those of you who have sent stuff from the cat's Amazon wishlist, which is down below in the description. And I want to say a special thank you to Susie V, who sent me 10 cups of coffee the other day. Thank you, Susie. I really appreciate it. Clearly, you think I need the caffeine, and today I would agree with you. But I hope you guys take care of yourselves. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.
Pretty please. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell. I get a treat for every new sub. Thank you.